So I'm about 1 month on a dopamine detox, and this is everything that I learned. Have you guys ever been in that situation where you can't find the perfect video or the perfect Netflix show to watch while you're eating your food? I always found myself scrolling on Reddit and Instagram, like whenever I was bored, like whenever there's downtime, whenever the conversation dies, like at the dinner table, or when I'm at the gym resting, or when I'm taking a fat watery doo-doo. Whenever there's any downtime, I would be scrolling some kind of social media. And then I'd be playing video games all the time, and I would be slacking on my goals. Like, I know I got to go to the gym, but I just don't do it because I'm like, damn, one more game though. One more game. You know that feeling, one more game. And then I bet you guys know this feeling. I would literally let my food get cold because I'm trying to find the perfect YouTube video or the Netflix show to watch while I'm eating my food. I would literally go like 10-15 minutes trying to find a perfect video, and in the end, like, the food is not even as good as it could have been because now it's ice cold. So this is why I told myself on June 17, I'm about to quit video games and social media and go on a complete dopamine detox. And honestly, this was the best decision of my life. Have you ever thought about how weird it is to have that natural habit of busting out your phone as soon as things get quiet? Like, whenever the conversation goes dry, like at the dinner table, or whenever you're just chilling on the toilet, or if you're resting in the gym, whenever there's no stimulation at all and we're just sitting there with our own minds, do you ever find it weird that we just bust out our phone and load up Instagram instantly? Like, why is it that in this current day and age we can't just sit and do nothing? Like, it's weird to literally just sit around and do nothing and just think. Why is that? And that's the main reason why I went on this dopamine detox, and I really stayed away from social media. I stopped playing video games, and I realized, like, I'm actually way happier without all these kind of stimulations. Like, I don't need all these external factors to make myself happy. Like, I'm just happy as is. Like, I'm happy. I guess I need external factors because I'm out here in nature, just hanging out with the sun on my face, and that's enough for me, to be honest. Like, going on a walk is just so much more refreshing. Like, I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they can't really just go out for a walk with their phone. Like, yes, I got my phone right now to make this video, but other than that, I don't need it. I'm at a point where I don't really need that, Like, I can just enjoy life how it should be enjoyed, with nature. So the reason why I went on a dopamine detox is because you'll find that when you engage in instant gratification activities, or what's known as fast dopamines, like playing video games, watching Netflix, eating junk food, you'll find that your happiness goes up by a little bit, because obviously you're enjoying your time. But almost immediately after, it will drop significantly, and your baseline happiness will decrease over time. And then when you engage in hard dopamines or delayed gratification activities, you'll find that your happiness will go down right away because, obviously nobody enjoys going to work or studying. But once you start seeing the results of your hard work, then your happiness will gradually go up over time. So I gotta say, in the first week, it was tough as hell. Like, I would still have that muscle memory where I would load up my phone and I'd be like, yo, let's go on it. Nah, let's not go on Instagram. I would still have that muscle memory though. So one thing I kind of did is that, you would have like a folder for like all your social media apps, like Instagram, Reddit, all that shit. And then I would have that in a folder on like the top left corner of my phone. And then on another folder, I would have a lot of like productive apps, mostly for like studying languages. So then what I would do is I would swap them. So I would have the muscle memory to go, when every time I'm bored, I would go on Instagram, right? I would load up that folder. I knew exactly where it was. So what I did, I would switch it. And then now with that muscle memory, I'm like, okay, shit, I'm bored. I click it. I'm like, oh, hey, now I'm studying. Now I'm spending some time studying, like in my downtime. I'm not wasting no time on Instagram. Now I'm using my time more wisely and passively learning languages. And another thing is that I realized that after about day 3, day 4, I'm way more grateful. Like, I was taking a cold shower one time and I was like, what if I didn't have water? What if I didn't have water for a week? What if I didn't have the water in the shower? What if I didn't have running water in my sink? What if I didn't have water to flush the toilet? Like, how many times in a day do you think, damn, what if I didn't have a toilet? What if I didn't have water to flush? Like, my poop would just be piling up in this toilet and it'd be stinky, bro. Like, we don't think about this kind of thing. And going on this dopamine detox, I've been way more grateful about the tiny things in life because I'm not really distracted by video games and social media. Like, I'm not taking these things for granted. Like, these things are here. Yes, I'm blessed to have them, and I feel like you got to show gratitude every single day. And speaking of cold showers, while I'm in the cold shower, I get crazy ideas. But this is amplified even more while I've been on this dopamine detox. Like, yes, while I'm in the shower, I'm in there for maybe like 3-5 minutes, ice cold shower, right? So I don't want to be in there too long, I'm gonna get hypothermia. But while I'm taking these showers, I get some legendary ideas. But that's only for like 3-5 minutes. But what if you had those legendary ideas the entire day? I'll be at work, and whenever there's downtime, I'm like, yo, not even just downtime. Like throughout the entire shift, I'm just getting legendary ideas. So I'm going on my phone a lot because I got to write down these things. To be honest, I really do got to get a notepad, but that's beside the point. I'm getting these crazy ideas while I'm at work, while I'm in the shower, while I'm cooking, while I'm out for walks, while I'm doing anything. I'm getting these crazy ideas, and all these ideas are not only for my own personal goals, but also like for videos. Like this video right now, I got this idea because, well, not only was I on a dopamine detox, I had to make this video, but a lot of other ideas and videos that are coming out soon, and it's all because I've been on this dopamine detox. Oh, and another thing is that I'm way more focused when anything that I do, when I'm at the gym, even when I'm out on a walk, I'm more focused, I'm more dialed in, I'm taking in everything as I see it, and I'm not distracted by anything. Whenever I'm doing my work, whenever I'm working on video ideas or writing some scripts or whatever it is, I'm way more focused in doing it. I'm not thinking about any other external things. I'm not thinking about playing video games. I'm not thinking about like loading up Instagram real quick. I feel like the thing is, most people actually want to do work and achieve their goals, but it's really hard for people to focus. And I think that's the main problem, is that because nowadays we have so many different distractions, we have so many different things that are taking us away from our goals. You already know, video games, social media, even junk food, like all these things all add up, and we all get addicted to something. Everybody has some kind of addiction, and all these things are designed to keep you addicted and to take you away from your goals, keep you distracted from your goals, so you kind of stay dumb, you do whatever they want, that kind of thing. I don't want to get into this whole conspiracy thing or whatever, but you already know. When I distance myself from video games and social media, which are my two biggest addictions, I'm just way more focused on my goals. Whenever I go to the gym, I'm more dialed in. I'll do anything. Like, I'll think about things that are missing in my life, and I'll fill those holes. Like, for example, there's one big problem that I always had is sleep. But I know that sleep is hella important for going to the gym, recovering your muscles. And a lot of the times I get maybe 6-7 hours of sleep. But since I know that getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep is crucial, especially for me, like I'm the kind of type to wake up tired even after 8 hours, so I kind of need 9, sometimes 10. So instead of staying up playing video games and wasting time, watching YouTube shorts endlessly, Instagram reels, you know how it goes. Instead of doing that, I know that I would rather just spend that time sleeping, because I know that's gonna help me towards my fitness goals. So everything that I just said was pretty much in the first 7 days, but around day 7, day 8, something changed. And while I was doing really well on my goals, one thing I realized is that I was really lonely. Because I cut off all video games and social media, I didn't have that connection with my friends anymore. Like, I wasn't talking to my friends anymore, and the main thing that I did with them is play video games. So once I cut that out, I was like, damn, I don't really have anyone to talk to. But this was a mistake, because I didn't need to be cutting off my friends. Like, yes, while sometimes it is a little distracting, like sometimes I want to do some work, but then somebody will say like, yo, let's play this game. So then I'm like, okay, bet. And yes, that kind of may be like a problem with my own discipline and my willpower, but at the same time, like, once I didn't see those messages, it also did help, like, that for me to not go on those games anymore. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to cut off your friends if you're going on a dopamine detox. Like, just because you're going and changing your habits does not mean that you have to just cut out your friends. Like, you can still talk to your friends without playing video games, even though that was the main connection with me and my friends. Like, the main thing that we do is play video games. You got that Minecraft, you already know the whole drill. Okay, so just because you're on a dopamine detox does not mean you have to cut out your friends. That was the main mistake that I did, and I realized that after about day 7, day 8, because I got hella lonely, to be honest. So then what I did was I started talking to them, about life. I started having some real talks. I started talking about my goals, and then we talked about their goals, and I realized that, this kind of journey can be very lonely. Like self-improvement and, changing up your habits, going on a dopamine detox, changing your life basically is going to be very hard because it might be lonely. You may not have a lot of people, in your tribe. You might not have a lot of brothers in your tribe, and being on a journey together with, your brothers, sisters, whatever, it helps big time. Honestly, like it will change everything. Maybe it could just be me, like I'm just lonely, to be honest. But once I started talking about my goals, to my friends, and I realized like, yo, we have that connection. Like we are on this journey together. Like, not to say that, they don't have their own lives and I'm better than them because I'm on a dopamine detox. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm just saying, like, it's nice to realize, like, damn, like I have brothers on this journey. Like, it's not just me on this journey. Like, yes, they may not do the exact same things. They may not be on a dopamine detox like I was, but also, like, they have other goals. Seeing each other's W's and like talking about our goals and like seeing our progress, like it's just a nice feeling. And I feel like you kind of have to have this feeling. Like, as humans, we are social beings, so you got to have brothers on your tribe. So what I highly recommend, like I would almost say it's required to, if you're trying to go on a dopamine detox, like do not cut out your friends. Like, talk to them about it. Like, they may like it, they may not like it, but the thing is, don't try to change your friends. Like, they're not gonna change just because you're like, oh yeah, like fuck video games, like fuck social media, I'm not doing that shit, and you should do too. Like, that's not gonna change anybody's mind. Like, in what world, like, that has never changed anybody's mind. So if you're one of those people that are like, oh yeah, I want to get my friends on self-improvement, then I feel like you kind of have to show as an example. You have to inspire other people by showing the results of your own hard work. Like, you got to see the reward of doing your habits, like the things that you do, and you want other people to do that too. Then you got to show them a good reason to do it. Like, you can't just say like, oh yeah, don't do this because it's bad. Like, okay, and I don't care. Like, they're still gonna do it. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit off topic here, so I'm gonna continue this walk and continue this video somewhere else. So if you made it this far in the video, then you're obviously interested in doing a dopamine detox or hearing about it, because you just listened to me blabber about it for like 12 minutes now. So I gotta say, one thing that really carried me through these last 30 days is this one tip, and I highly recommend. It's not even a recommendation, it is required. Like, you have to do this to go through a dopamine detox. The biggest misconception is that a lot of people remove the thing, remove the habit, remove video games, and remove junk food, remove Netflix, and just completely get rid of it in your life. Like, you can't see it anymore. I know that sounds like what I just did, but the main difference is that you don't uninstall the apps, you don't uninstall social media, you don't delete the games, you don't throw away your junk food. Because think about it like this: if like a fat person, wants to lose weight, they want to stop eating junk food, right? What is it gonna do if you just throw away the junk food? Like, they're just gonna go back. Like, just because you threw out their junk food does not mean that they're gonna automatically only eat salads and now do, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's the same way. Like, just because you delete the games and you delete your social media apps does not mean that in 20 seconds you're just gonna re-download them again. Like, it really does not take that long to get those apps again, to get those games again. So the biggest misconception is that you should get rid of it. But what you should actually do, and this is what I did, and honestly, this is the big game changer. This is the main thing that carried me through the dopamine detox, is that you need to keep it. Keep all your games, keep all your apps, keep it maybe even in the same spot, like, so you can see it all the time. And the reason is because you want to look at the app, you want to look at Instagram, you want to look at Reddit, YouTube, that icon. You want to see that on your phone every single day, and then you actively say no to it. You see that shit and you say, fuck that shit, bro. I don't do that. I don't do that. What I found is that every time I saw that little Instagram icon, I would either about to press it, or I do press it and then I close it right away. And every time you do this, you're building up a little bit more discipline, a little bit more willpower. It's these little bits of experience. I know you understand this because you probably play video games. Every time you level up a skill, right? It's not because you did one thing and then boom, now you're max level. You're level 99 strength just because you did one bicep curl. Like, that's not how it works. Every time you say no to these apps, every time you say no to playing video games, every time you say no to whatever addiction that's keeping you down, every time you say no to that, you're getting a little bit of XP. You're getting one rep every time you do that. And it adds up, and you eventually level up to the point where you say, you know what? I'm not even thinking about it anymore. Like, it's completely away from your life. I still have all my games installed exactly in the same spot, like in the hotbar. Maybe I'll show a picture of it, but it's basically all still there. All my games are there. My social media is all there. Everything is the same. I did not delete it. I did not remove my account. That's the biggest mistake. Don't do that. Don't delete anything. Keep it all there so that 24/7 you're looking at it and you're like, I don't do that. Like, I just don't do that now. Like, I don't do that. And it's going to be hard at first. Honestly, it was really hard for me to do it because you see it, like, it's there. It's as if nothing has really changed because, you know, all the things are still there. But day after day, and now it's been a month, if you keep going, you're going to eventually find that, yo, I'm not even thinking about this anymore. Like, this is not even a part of my life anymore. You're going to develop so much discipline, so much willpower, and that will translate into another part of your life, in all aspects of life, to be honest. Every time you have something that you don't want to do, but you really have to do it, like going to the gym, going to work, studying, whatever it is, you're going to find that you're just going to say, fuck it. I'm just going to do it anyway. Like, come on, let's get it. Like, let's get it. Like, you're going to actually be happy to do it. Like, that's what I found, that like after about a month now, I'm just doing things when I don't feel like it. I'm doing the work when I don't feel like it. And I feel like this is one thing that will skyrocket your progress in life. Think about every time you don't want to do work, you do it anyways. And this is all built up little by little. Every single day, you're getting a little bit more XP, a little bit more experience, and you keep on leveling up your discipline skill, your willpower skill. You see that app, you're like, nah, fuck that, I don't do that shit. You see the game, nah, fuck that, I don't play that shit right now. So I got things to do, I'm gonna do it. I might not want to do it right now. I would much rather just lay down in bed, play some Minecraft, and just hang out the whole day. But we got work to do. Come on, son. Oh, and another thing is that once you've done these good habits for so long, I found that I start getting repulsed by doing like bad habits. Like, for example, this is kind of like a niche example, but I've been taking cold showers for almost about a year now. And at this point, I don't even like warm showers. Like, if I turn the water to warm, it's like I don't like that shit. Like, get off me. I need that shit ice cold. Like, at this point, like, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to brag. Like, oh yeah, I've been taking cold showers. I'm better. That's not what I'm trying to say. But imagine a life where all the good habits are things that you actually want to do. How much more work are you gonna get done? I think about it like this. Imagine that there's this one guy who doesn't like doing the work, but you know, he does it anyway, right? That's really good. But then you have this other guy who also does the work, but he loves doing it. That's his passion. That's what he lives for. Imagine that. Imagine the amount of work he's gonna get done. Imagine the passion that goes into that work, the quality, the quantity, all the work that's gonna be done, and all because you love doing the good habits. And this is one thing that has kind of changed my life ever since I started going on a dopamine detox. It's that, like, I love taking cold showers, I love going to the gym, and to be honest, that kind of thing is like delayed gratification, but it's almost becoming instant gratification. Like, as soon as I go to the gym, like, I'm instantly happy. When I go on a walk, I'm instantly happy. Like, yeah, when I meditate, I'm instantly happy. Like, these are all good habits that have benefits later on, which is why they're called delayed gratification. But I'm instantly having fun because I know I'm getting XP in it. You know, I know I'm grinding. I know I'm leveling up. It might not show now. Like, yes, I'm doing ab exercises and I might not get abs right now, but I might see them later. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. I know that whatever I'm doing right now will show up a couple months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. And I know it's benefiting my life. So having that change in my life, it's weird to say that having that change is a life changer. I was gonna say doing this dopamine detox is like going back to a normal life, but what's normal now is indulging in instant gratification activities, playing video games, watching Netflix, eating junk food all day, every day. Technology is so ingrained in our society that it's like, it's hard to imagine a life without it. But once I've removed these things, these past 30 days, honestly, it's been one of the happiest times in my life. Like, I've been way happier. I'll find myself just when I'm going for a walk and I'm in public, like, I'm just randomly smiling. Like, it's just a great feeling to be alive. You know, like how many times in a day you're like, damn, I'm alive. Like, I'm glad I can feel the sun on my face, that I could see this green grass, the trees, the leaves, the flowers, like the birds chirping. Like, nature is legendary. And going for those walks, oh my God. Like, I feel like a lot of us take that for granted, just being able to walk around and live, you know? We don't need to have all these external stimuli. We don't need to have video games and social media. Yes, you can have like a little bit, you know, moderation in everything, but it's tough because these things are designed to keep you addicted. So, you know, once you go into it a little bit, it's hard for you to just say, nah, I'm gonna play like 1 hour a week. I'm gonna browse for like 5 minutes. You know, nobody actually does that. Oh, and this is absolutely crucial too. It's not just about removing instant gratification activities like video games, social media, all that. You already know at this point of the video. I don't need to explain to you. It's not about removing them, but also replacing them with delayed gratification. If you just remove the instant gratification activities, now you're just gonna be bored out of your mind. Like, you're already bored, you're already doing it too much, you're already bored. So what you need to do is not only remove the instant gratification activities, but replace that with delayed gratification activities. I know it's hard, but nothing good in life comes easy. Okay, you have so much more potential than you really know. If you're interested in doing a dopamine detox, then I would highly suggest listening to what your brain is telling you and try it. And if not, then you probably didn't even make it this far in this video anyway. So, I mean, it's all good. What I suggest is going down in the comments and saying how long you're gonna try dopamine detox for. And I'm gonna write that down. And in that amount of days that you say, like let's say 20 days, 30 days, whatever, 5 days, 2 days, I'm gonna hit you up and reply to your comment and personally say, hey, you know, how's it going? What's going on with your dopamine detox? How do you feel? What's going on? And I think it's really important to keep ourselves accountable. And I wish I had someone do that for me, but I think I managed pretty fine on my own. So, hey, you know, if it helps you. Anyways, that's it for the video. Honestly, I've been talking for like, I don't even know how long. How long is this video even? Damn, you a legend. If you made it this far in this video, you a legend. I appreciate you. Anyways, I'm about to head out of here. Man, I don't even know how to talk anymore. So, peace.